Hey, what's up? It's Alex. Today we're going to look at this pronunciation rule for connected speech and then see how it works in some natural sentences that are a part of a longer speaking test answer. Let's take a look. So the rule is that we're going to reduce the word had as part of a past tense verb form. So what does that mean? So when we have had and then another verb, I had never seen, we're going to reduce it. So it becomes I yid. Had and yid are pretty different words, right? So it connects to the pronoun I, and we say I yid. It's kind of like y, I, d. I yid. I had never seen. I had never seen. But then we're not going to do that for every time we have had, right? We're going to say it had a. Now this is a simple past tense verb. It's not a verb form of another verb. It's just the past tense of had. It had a nice big couch. If I speak quickly, it becomes it had a nice big couch. It had a nice big couch. Something happens to that T there. The T gets a little weaker, but we just say it had a nice big couch. Nothing to do with our yid pronunciation from before. I had never seen. Let's see how this works in context. The room was nice and warm in winter. The room was nice and warm. We're going to remove the d from warm. Nice and warm in winter. Nice and warm in winter. Winter has a T when it's written, but we actually don't say this T. Winter. The room was nice and warm in winter. It had a nice big couch on one end. It had a. So that T gets reduced. It had a nice big couch. This g and k sound, they connect together too. It had a nice big couch on one end, and on the other end, so we're going to take off this D in and on the other end, now we'll connect n and the here, on the other end, this requires us to add a little bit of a y between the two vowels. And on the other end, there was a big indoor hammock. There was a big indoor hammock. I had never seen an indoor hammock before. I had never seen. I had. So we're going to take off the H in had and reduce the vowel. A becomes I. I had. So we add a little bit of a y here to connect the two vowels together. I had never. When we say the d here, it kind of blends into the n. We call this a nasal release. So I had never. It's like the d turns into the n before it's even finished. I had never seen an indoor hammock before the first time I went to her house. Before the first time. We delete this T and we go straight from the S into this T. Before the first time I went to her house. These two T's connect together. Went to her house. And we remove the H from the pronoun her. Went to her house. I had never seen an indoor hammock before the first time I went to her house. All right, now let's read the whole thing together. The room was nice and warm in winter. It had a nice big couch on one end, and on the other end, there was a big indoor hammock. I had never seen an indoor hammock before the first time I went to her house. If you thought this video was helpful, then check out the comments in the description below where I put a link to the full version. In the full version, you get to see a lot longer of a text analyzed, with more rules to pay attention to, plus I talk about intonation, vocabulary, and how to organize your ideas better. If that sounds like fun to you, then click the link and I'll see you there.